So we're continuing with the Cabalistic healing of Rav Chaim Palagi, Refuah v'Chaim, another skula to be saved from diseases, plagues, and so on and so forth, all kinds of problems that there is. There's a whole book about it, but here we have it as like few lines. Rav Chaim Palagi says, יזהר ביותר מלדבר לשון הרע. Be very careful from speaking negative things, okay? Gossip, like negative things about other people, even about oneself, even about to speak about myself, it's also very difficult, very, very severe. שהוא חמור מגימל עבירות, עבודה זרה, גילוי עריות ושפיכות דמים. And it says in Chazal that speaking לשון הרע, speaking bad language, even if it's true, okay, we're not saying to say lies, even to say things that are true, that if it's negative about other people, about oneself, is considered to be severe as killing people, doing idol worshipping, doing idolatry, all of the like worst things that you can think of. You see that the sages of the big rabbis, they were treating that point of speaking negative things, something that is very, very, seems like very, very extreme, right? So how can we understand, like, why is it so, like, makes such a big difference, right? That you compare that to the biggest sins that are possible. So the answer is that we don't understand what is the quality, what is the power of our words, right? And from the negative we can also learn and appreciate the positive, right? What does it mean, the words that we are using, the quality that Hashem gave us to be able to speak? That's the difference between animals and human beings, right? That's the definition of a human being, מדבר. We have the דומם, צומח, חי, מדבר, the minerals, the plantation, the animals, and human beings. So what is the definition of human beings? מדבר, that they can speak, right? Even someone that is, like, for whatever reason is not able to speak, but like to be able to think about the words, to contemplate about the words. And we know, according to the Kabbalah, that really this is the way that Hashem created the world. Not only in the Kabbalah, the simple understanding of the simple psukim of the Torah, right? Hu amar vayehi. Hashem spoke, and that's what came out to be the creation, right? Hashem created the whole creation by speech. And if we connect that also with what we're starting to discuss a little bit from Sefer Yetzirah, the meaning of the letters and all of that, so we see that to use the power of speech, it's like we borrowed that power, that quality from Hashem. Hashem is speaking, right? Hashem speaks, and Hashem gave us in a certain way alone permission to use that quality of speech, to be able to speak. So if somebody is taking that greatest present that Hashem gave humankind and is misusing it, and instead of using this power, this quality in a positive way, to say positive things and to give blessings and to pray and to learn Torah and so on, is using that in negative, to say negative things and to speak gossip and so on and so forth. So that's the biggest disgrace that is possible, right? What the biggest present that Hashem gave us, and to misuse it in such a way. So in this way we can understand a little bit of why it is so severe. But once again, there's a whole book about it of the Chafetz Chaim, Shmirat HaLashon, that is speaking in length about all the laws, what is allowed, what is not allowed, and he brings a lot of Zohar, by the way. In the second part of the book, like, there's a whole section of like articles of the Gemara and the Zohar that is giving us the understanding of that quality of speech and why it's so important to keep that ability to speak to the things that it's right to speak for. So, as the world say, if you don't have something good to say, better say nothing at all, right? So the same thing we say also here. To be able to be silent is good, yeah. Somebody that is he wants to get wisdom. One of the ways to get wisdom is to keep silent. What does it mean to keep silent? It doesn't mean not to speak the words of the Torah. It doesn't mean not to say blessings. It means not to speak things that are not needed. So there is lashon hara, there is gossip that is like forbidden. There is things that are chol, that are like regular, to speak about the weathers and the roads and this and that is pov. It's not negative, but it's not mitzvah. So someone that is able even that not to use his speech quality for, and he's using all of his speech quality only for the holy things, only to say words of Torah, blessings, prayers, and so on. So this ability is very, very important to achieve levels of wisdom. And it's brought down in many, many books, that whoever is able to keep that, like it's called tani dibur, like a fast of speech, not to speak anything that is not holy. Somebody is doing it for 40 days, it's brought down in many books, is receiving a certain enlightenment to be able to see spiritual things. Okay, so there's many people that are looking for like abilities like that, and it says in many books that this is a way to get to that. So Bezrat Hashem will give all of us the strength to keep our mouth shut when we don't have something holy to say, and to know what is that quality that Hashem gave us, to appreciate it and to use it in the right way. Baruch Adonai Le'olam, Amen.